Tonight's show is brought to you by justinform.com, a social media site that doesn't sell your data, your privacy, your puppy, your good shoes, your comfortable pair of jeans, or your tennis shoes. Go to justinform.com today, become a member, and tell them Tim Black sent you. All right, that's enough of that. I think we're good enough there. Hey people, how you doing? My name is Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black at Night Show. Thank you for being here. Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, everybody who hung around. Darn computer problems, man. So I think they're all squared away now, but I think we're all good. So I just want to thank you guys for hanging out, being patient. It's always something. It's always something. So it's Thursday. It's almost Friday. And before I get anything done, before I get started on all the stuff we're going to cover tonight, if you are interested in putting something into the TTL Media Studios, right? Like you want to put something on that shelf back there or that table over there or whatever, send it to P.O. Box 701. Bryan's Road, Maryland, 20616. And, yeah, promote your stuff or just have something cool on the set. I don't know. Yeah, it's been suggested that I do that, so I'm doing it. I'm communicating. I'm opening it up to the world. So, okay, guys. So we got a couple of stories we want to get to tonight. The Coffee with Tim Black and the Tim Black at Night Show will start restreaming on all platforms. So we're gonna pick a time to do that. I'm gonna start that tonight. I'm gonna restream the earlier news channel, the earlier news show, Coffee with Tim Black, and then I'm gonna stream this show. All right. I tell you. Okay, so what are we gonna talk about tonight? A couple things. Of course, we got to talk about Brett Kavanaugh because it's just everywhere, and the conversation won't stop going. And I'm looking at this play out, and people are really losing perspective on this whole thing. Okay, so we're gonna hopefully add a little bit of reality check to this whole thing and some truth and honesty about what's really going on here. Okay, and besides that, we got Snoop Dogg said some things about Donald Trump that and Kanye West and all this stuff. And the reason why I'm going to lay into this is because it's an idea, right? Snoop Dogg, the way Snoop Dogg feels about Trump and the way he feels about America in general is not just Snoop. A lot of people feel this way. And I think we need to address some of the things Snoop said and kind of put that in a little bit of perspective so that people understand the bigger picture on this whole mess. So we're going to talk about that. Suge Knight, we're gonna bring up Suge Knight. It's rap night, I guess. I just got some news about Suge Knight, a story that I covered years ago. But we're gonna start here with Beto O'Rourke. Beto. Hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Right? We're gonna talk about Beto O'Rourke. Okay, so guys, Beto O'Rourke. This is taken from thehill.com, and I want to bring this to your attention so we can have this conversation about it because it is interesting. It is very much interesting. Here goes the article, guys. Poll says Cruz leads O'Rourke by 3 in Texas Senate race. The race for the Senate in Texas is a dead heat with Senator Ted Cruz, Republican leading Republican Beto O'Rourke. What the hell? Beto O'Rourke. Okay, Ted Cruz, Republican leading, whatever. Ted Cruz is leading Beto O'Rourke, okay? Come on, man. By only 3 points, according to a public policy PPP survey released on Thursday. So this, folks, this is a new survey. This is a new survey that's out. A lot of people are pumped up about it because they don't like Ted Cruz much, and they think Ted Cruz is unpopular. He needs to go. Who likes Ted Cruz? No one knows. And they're cheering for Beto O'Rourke, okay? Now, the survey by the left-leaning pollster shows Cruz slightly ahead with a 48 percentage rate compared to Beto O'Rourke's 45%. That's well within the poll's 4-point margin of error. The PPP poll comes a day after a Reuters Ipsos University of Virginia Center for Politics survey showed O'Rourke with a slight 2-point advantage over Cruz. Taken together, the polls underscore the increasingly competitive nature of said race. Yes, of the race. All right. See what I'm saying, guys? Are you with me here? Are you with me? Are you with me? Am I in the air? I'm in the air now. Can we get a little bigger so things look a little, so they don't look so weird? I don't know. Can we, Tim Black? I don't know. Moving that, moving this. All right, guys, because I want to kind of go to town on this just a little bit, and I think it's needed. Here we go. There we go. Here I go. I'm over here. Here we go. There we go. Make me a little bit bigger. Can I get a picture of Beto O'Rourke up in here? Can I do a Beto O'Rourke? So this is just, it's better if I have actual graphic of these two guys on the screen behind me. So let's get a Beto O'Rourke picture. This will be good because my son's like, Dad, you got to do these a little bit better. Dad, do a better job because these are going to be a video later. So here we go. Let's pull that picture up of Beto. Here we go. There we go. There we go. And then we do this. Then we do this. Okay, there I go. Now I'm here, man. Now I feel like I'm too big, all right? Maybe I can put me in between them. You put me in between them? What if I do this? Yeah, if I do this. All right, so here we go, guys. Here's the thing, guys. Just because I want Ted Cruz to lose doesn't mean I'm a huge supporter of Beto O'Rourke. Doesn't mean that. Does that mean I'm jumping on the Beto O'Rourke bandwagon? It's not the point. And yeah, I know he said something really cool about Colin Kaepernick and the reason why some people take a knee and why he respects it. I get that, right? And yes, he said some other things about politics and about race that a lot of other politicians are not saying. But at the end of the day, Beto O'Rourke is a politician, just like Ted Cruz is a politician. Does he probably have some better ideas about issues or about society? Because as you both know, or as we know, Democrats tend to have better social policies than my Republican friends. But over the long term, what will be better for America? Ted Cruz or Beto O'Rourke? Now, when I'm thinking about all these things, guys, I'm also thinking about the people that got to live in Texas. They got to have Ted Cruz as their representative. They don't like it. They can't like it, right? This is one of the reasons why Beto O'Rourke is polling really well right now and why there's only like a 2-point difference between the two, if not totally tied up at this point. So, look, once again for the record, I like some of the things that Beto O'Rourke has said in the past or said recently because I hadn't heard of them before, this race, okay? And it's good to hear great rhetoric, but it's better to have someone live up to the rhetoric. I am not delusional. I don't expect all candidates to be super progressive and want to get Medicare for all, increase the minimum wage to a livable wage, want to end the failed drug war, want to turn back mass incarceration, want to do all these things, clean up the environment, legalize marijuana, all these things, right? End fracking, end the interventionist wars. Like, I'm realistic. I realize we might not be able to get a person that has everything that we want. But I also got to be considerate to the people that live in these states where they have somebody like Ted Cruz running. And all I can tell you guys is I do want Ted Cruz to leave. I do want him to leave. And Beto O'Rourke looks like he's in a position to get that done. My job is to hold him accountable if he does get elected. Call him out when he missteps. Call him out when he doesn't live up to the principles and what he ran on. That's what we do here. So, as regards to Texas, I want to see Ted Cruz go. I had Seema Hernandez on this show. She was running, outsider, not a politician, didn't get much recognition from the media. That's a great loss to Texas. Beto O'Rourke, let's see what he does. Hopefully, we can get Ted Cruz out. It's not a vote blue anywho, though. It's not, because I do believe Beto O'Rourke is a better person to lead and represent the people of Texas. Let's see what Texans think. All right, guys, that's what I got on Beto O'Rourke. That's how I feel about him. For some reason, I don't feel like that was strong enough, man. I feel like there could have been some more said. Like, I could say that there are people out there that's like, I don't know if they get it. Like, this is not a game. People live in these places, and they have horrible politicians representing them who are not even caring about their interests, but only serving the needs of their donors. So we got to take the opportunity to get rid of them when we get the opportunity. Like, we're chomping at the bit wanting to get rid of these guys. Ted Cruz is a horrible, he's a horrible placeholder for a human being. And I'm not talking about all the other cheap shots they throw at him about him being creepy and, all these things. Like, I'm not into that. I'm talking about policy and what he stands for. Ted Cruz is such a horrible individual. He recently said that he felt that cop in Dallas, because remember Texas, who shot Botham Jean in his own home. Let's calm down, everybody, till all the information come out, because, it's only fair to the officer. And see, that's the type of guy we got to get rid of. I wanted him out before that, but that just underscores how horrible Ted Cruz is. Ted Cruz needs to get out, be put out on his ass, and he doesn't need to be representing Texas. Now, I don't know if that was strong enough for you, but I hope it was a little stronger, because it's really how I feel. So get out there and get involved. Do what you need to do, Texas, to get rid of the canker sore, which is Ted Cruz, once and for all. All right, a little bit better. Do. Oh, man, let me connect the chat up. Where my chat people at? Okay, we're going to bring in folks on YouTube, and we're going to bring in folks on Facebook. Give me the Facebook people. There we go, Facebook people. Okay, Zango. All my exes live in Texas. Brian Crosby says, Ted Cruz. Brian Crosby says Ted Cruz on guns is bad and just more and more and more. I tell you, man. Zango says you're so right. You're so right about, you're so correct about that Dallas-ish. Yeah, man, I've been covering the Dallas-ish there, folks, Zanga. Hey, Julie Love, guys, check out Mitchell Cohen. Michael, nobody likes Ted Cruz. It's amazing. He's still a politician. Wow, yeah, it is amazing. It's amazing, totally amazing that people get stuck. Imagine if Ted Cruz represents you. He's your voice. Ted Cruz is the voice. Imagine it. So, I feel for these people who get stuck with that, man. It's got to be a horrible, horrible situation, right? That's why we got to, some of this stuff, man, you got to, well, Beto O'Rourke took money, yeah. And so does Ted Cruz. He did. So does Ted Cruz, man. All right. Not giving him a pass on it, though. I'm not giving him a pass on it. Beto O'Rourke taking all that money. Okay, so look, guys. We want that money out of politics, right? That's what we want, because we know money influences a lot of our politicians. And we got to get the money influence out of politics. All right, so here goes something. And once again, guys, this is because I find it just so freaking sad. You know, this is one of those stories that's just like pathetic, man, on a lot of levels. So we're gonna get rid of Beto because we said our piece here, right? We said our piece. Let me get rid of this, right? Check this out, guys. Now, this came to my attention tonight as I was preparing for the show. I realized that this is going on. I think it was Twitter. You know, Twitter gives me a lot of information, man. Twitter is really good at telling me stuff. So here goes what I found out today, guys. All right? Let me move me back over here. I don't need to be quite so big right now. There we go. There we go. Move me down. Here we go. Check this out, guys. Suge Knight pleads no contest to manslaughter. Faces 28 years in prison for a 2015 hit and run. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Come with me. Go to jail. What do you have to say now? Do you want to ride in jail? La, 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 la. Listen, man. I covered this story when it originally happened. Suge Knight ran over 2 men in a parking lot. There was some type of argument or dispute. One of the men died. The other man he ran over wouldn't even testify against him. And he had to see Suge Knight run him over, but he would not testify. Well, Suge Knight's been in jail ever since because, well, the state prosecuted him. The family of the victim who lost his life have been in court. And finally it's come down to this. Suge Knight will spend the next 28 years in jail, in prison. And that's a good deal. He was looking at no possibility of parole or probation. Okay? That's what he was looking at. Former rap mogul Suge Knight pleaded no contest Thursday to manslaughter in connection with a hit and run during a hit and run incident of killing a man, a death of a man during a hit and run after a confrontation on the set of the movie biopic Straight Outta Compton. So you may remember the movie Straight Outta Compton, based on the album by NWA. Ice Cube's son played in it. It was great. I thought it was a great movie, actually. Kind of told the story of NWA and how they came to be. Dr. Dre, character, a lot of great actors, and a great retelling of a story about these young people and how they put together the most infamous rap group, one of the most infamous rap groups in history, if not the most infamous, right? So, and there was Suge Knight on the set, like he was nearby, he got into an argument. And there was actual footage from the restaurant where Suge runs over this guy. Now, due to the nature of being a gangster, there's not much conversation about what really motivated Suge Knight to do it. Other than, I don't know, like maybe these men threatened him, I don't know. But it's just a sad, pathetic thing that you can be super successful, come from the hood, and continue to do things that end up putting you in such a bad situation. I mean, rest of his life. I mean, 28 years for Suge Knight is a life sentence. And that's the best he could get out of this. And let's not forget, he took a life. There is a man who's not going to be here with his grandkids or his kids or his family members, all because of this. So, I don't know. It just made me stop and think just how senseless a lot of the things are that happen in our culture in America, how we deal with ish. You know, Suge Knight, very, very successful man. All for naught at this point. So that just made me stop for a second and just say, wow, you know, and I'm pretty sure if I approach Suge Knight, or if I try to talk to Suge Knight and say, Suge Knight, man, you know, what you've done here doesn't make sense. He'd probably tell me,
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he'd probably tell me
I don't give a shit.
He'd probably tell me that because he probably wouldn't care to listen. Okay, guys, so now, everyone knows this guy behind me. This is our feature story for tonight. Everybody knows this guy, right? This is Brett Kavanaugh, a man whose name has been talked about repeatedly for the last, I don't know, few days, right? And he's the one that Donald Trump chose to be Supreme Court Justice. You know, we don't even talk about how horrible his stances are on so many issues. This guy's like pro-corruption, pro-big money and everything, okay? That's what I don't like about him. Yeah, he's up in the air on Roe versus Wade. He ain't up on the air on the fact that he thinks the Citizens United is great. And he thinks money in politics is great. So, like, he's not someone that I would ever want to be Chief Justice for a number of reasons. But we are aware of what happened. There's a woman by the name of Ford who has accused him of sexual misconduct 37 years ago, I think it was, back when they were in high school. And now it's come to the point where they're looking for her to testify on Monday in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee. I think that's who it is. And now it's like, well, we're not sure she's going to do it because she wants the FBI to investigate. And folks, I'm looking at this, and this is from somebody who doesn't want Kavanaugh. I don't want Kavanaugh to be the Chief Justice. I don't want him on any justice. I'm disappointed that he was at the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals or wherever he was in D.C. He was sitting on the bench in D.C. All right? So remember, that's the vantage point that I'm coming from. I'm straight up and honest with you about how I feel about Kavanaugh. I think Christine Ford must testify. And I'm well aware of what happened to Anita Hill 30 years ago. I think it was 30 years ago. I'm well aware of it. You have to imagine that this country has come a little way since 30 years ago, how they treated Anita Hill. Anita Hill was a black woman. Let's not leave that out. Everyone keeps bringing up Anita Hill as if it's just a woman thing. It's a black woman thing. That's why Anita Hill was treated the way she was treated. You don't think race had anything to do with Anita Hill being shellacked and bamboozled up on that stage, being tormented? You don't? I do. Well, she'll suffer the same plight as Anita Hill. No, she won't. No, she won't. They're not going to look at Christine Ford the way they looked at Anita Hill. That's not how America's built. All right? Sort of like with Serena Williams recently. And I missed an opportunity to bring this point home. And I'm glad that I have conversations with real sisters and real brothers to help remind me really what's going on. See, Serena, when she had that problem at the U.S. Open, when she lost to Naomi Osaka, the whole thing, they said she had a meltdown and she got into an argument with the umpire and everybody, and everything blew up and this was big talk, right? Well, Serena Williams, she made this seem like this was a woman thing. But it wasn't about her being a woman. Serena Williams has faced backlash playing tennis, not because she's a woman. A lot of women play tennis. She has faced backlash because she was a black woman, a strong black woman, an incredibly talented black woman, and hard to beat black woman. That's why Serena faces backlash. And if you don't think I'm right, when they was throwing bananas on the court in Paris, it wasn't because she was a woman, it's because she was a black woman. When people said, oh, is she a man or a woman, they weren't saying that because she was a woman. They were saying it because she was a black woman. Miss Ford wrote a letter. It got to Dianne Feinstein. Dianne Feinstein kept it, held on to it for 6 weeks or whatever. She turns it over, and now it has become national talking points. Everybody's discussing it. And I do believe that Brett Kavanaugh would be a horrible justice in a lot of ways. I don't trust the way his thinking, Bible, The Bible has nothing to do with our law. It should be separate. It's not going to problem with anyone who uses religion at all when it comes to law. But that being said, and yes, it's possible that what she says took place exactly the way she said it. It's possible. I have no way to know. You have no way to know. But you can't make these types of allegations publicly and then not be willing to go stand up for yourself and look that man in the eye and say, this is what happened, damn it. And saying, oh, Anita Hill got treated badly, that ain't enough. And I know some people are not going to understand my point, and that's fine. We can disagree. I do not support people who mistreat women. I do not support men who force themselves on women. I do not support people who lie either, who get men into situations or lie on men or women in order to score political points or in order to exact revenge or any of that. I don't support any of those extremes. But I also don't support people trying to say that it's okay for her not to testify because of what happened to Anita Hill 30 years ago. Hopefully America has gone somewhere during this last 30 years, and at least, if not, unlike back then, we have enough media entities to hold them accountable. And we will. All right, guys, that's what I think about it. Kavanaugh says he'll be there to testify. That's good. You be there, Brett. Be there with bells on. I mean, I know if I got accused of something like that, I want to face my accuser too. So great. Be there with bells on, Brett. Ms. Ford, I hope you'll be there too, because this needs to be addressed. And to those people saying it's too late and it doesn't matter and it's all a game or it's all cooked up to hurt the Republican nominee, and I got to ask you, what do you like about Brett Kavanaugh? It's just one guy. Trump can pick someone else. What's the big deal? What's so great about him? Let's keep it real. You didn't even know who Brett Kavanaugh was until this. What are you so in love with? You just want your side to win so badly. Why? Why do you want this? Why this guy? I'm sure Donald Trump has another guy who's already stated that he would believe that the president has the power to pardon himself. I'm sure he has another judge somewhere who he feel would, rule his way on a number of issues. Come on. Why does it got to be Brett Kavanaugh? It doesn't. All right, guys. Now. I tell you, man. Now, I got another story, guys, and this one, I hope that I'm going to be okay here playing this. What I'll do, I know what I'll do. I'll do this.
Snoop Dogg condemned supporters of President...
I hate Hill. The Hill, I like their articles, but I cannot stand their reading of the news. Okay, so here's something else that popped up today. And I said, you know what? I want to bring this to people's attention. And it's not those bags that's on this page.
What makes you you is not the color of your skin.
You sure? Damn it. It's not the color of skin. Okay, so maybe if I reload this. Anyway, Snoop Dogg. Oh, come on, guys. Man, come on, man. What is this crap? All right, anyway. So Snoop Dogg made a statement in an interview. And though Snoop has been very outspoken about Donald Trump, this really grabbed me like it's something I need to talk about because see Snoop Dogg, he says Snoop Dogg to Kanye and Trump, F you and F him. Okay? F you and F him. That's what Snoop Dogg says. And that's not why I want to discuss this. No, that's not what makes me want to discuss this. It's because the things that Snoop said, I think they need to be addressed. All right? Snoop said some things that need to be addressed, man. All right? Snoop Dogg condemned supporters of President Trump, including fellow rapper Kanye West in a recent interview that's going to air on Saturday. He says, I don't give a F. I tell him straight up, if you like that, that N-word, you are a racist. Leaving out a lot of stuff. Snoop Dogg beginning an interview with DJ Sus on Sirius FM. F you and F him. Now what? Now, Snoop Dogg went on to say, now I don't know if it's included in this, but there is a video clip that I cannot play. But he went on to say this. He says, he said before him, talking about Donald Trump, Snoop says, before him, there were no lines. Everybody was everybody. We respected everything. We didn't trip. Let me try to say that again. Snoop Dogg made a comment during this very short clip. It's only a minute long. It's on YouTube. And he says to the interviewer, he says, before Trump, there were no lines. All right? Everybody was everybody. We respected everything. We didn't trip. And see, this is the reason why I have to cover this story, because it's so wrong. Snoop, it's so wrong and backwards, and you gotta know better. You have to know better. You can't. I actually believe that 2 years ago, there was no racism. 2 years ago, there was no Klan, right? There were no skinheads. There were no bad cops. There were no people deporting Mexicans or brown people. Do you really think that's Snoop? Do you really think that's Snoop? Come on, Snoop. We are both grown-ass men. Do you really sit here in front of the black community as someone that people respect, as a great rapper who has come a long way and does great things? Guys, Snoop does great things for the community. He does great things to help children. All right? But he's so fucking wrong politically, it burns me up. Snoop can't actually sit there and believe that the things that we are seeing in this country were created by Donald Trump, when Donald Trump only been in office 2 years, man. Come on, Snoop. You can't be that simple-minded. You cannot be that blind, sir. You've been rapping about the problems in our society for 30 years, and now suddenly you act as if those problems came because of Trump, and you know damn well they weren't. And no, everybody wasn't everybody, and everybody wasn't just getting along. And yes, there were lines. Where you been? There's been lines for blacks, lines for whites, lines for Mexicans, lines for blacks, lines for whites. Racism and bigotry has been so deep in this country. For you to pretend, Snoop, that this is something that has arrived with Trump, it's just like beyond. I mean, dude. See, my thing is I want people to realize that it's not about parties. Right? And as long as we have people like Snoop and D.L. Hughley falsifying truth, denying truth, denying that all those police shootings took place, the majority of them, all the hashtags, happened under Obama. Denying that that's not why. So was Trayvon killed because of Obama? What about Sandra Bland? See, like if you're going to blame presidents for everything, you got to have to start way back. You're going to have to start talking about the Clintons and the 3 strike laws. See, I know you know that, Snoop. I'm positive you know that Bill Clinton passed that 3 strike law and that Joe Biden helped write it. But I don't ever hear you talk about it. Instead, you save all your fury for the orange guy. I don't like the orange guy, but I also don't like lies. I don't like people who whitewash history and make it be whatever they want it to be. Now, it ain't a lot of money in truth-telling. It's not a lot of money in being honest and keeping it real. I realize that. I get it. All right? For the Republicans, the conservatives, or the Trump supporters, whatever they are, they ride with me until I tell them about the truth about Trump. Then they gone. Democrats, yeah, they ride with you until you tell them some shit like, a lot of these people like Cory Booker and Kamala Harris are just doing window dressing, using big-ass sellouts. And then they gone too. There's no money in truth. But just because there's no money in it doesn't mean it's not the place to be, baby. Right? Look, Snoop Dogg can have any opinion that he wants. He's a free man, supposedly living in a free country. And he's allowed to have his own opinions, and I respect his own opinion. The problem is Snoop Dogg is wrong. Donald Trump didn't come along and all of a sudden now we got racial issues. What Trump did is exasperate them and use them to benefit himself. But those people did not become racist because of Donald Trump. Some racists came out because Donald Trump was on the mic. Sort of like, I'm sure some people from the LBC who came out to see Snoop D-O-double-G because you were on the mic. But they were already fans, Snoop. For shizzle. All right, guys, thank you for tuning into the show tonight. I appreciate you. Wow, 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 wow. Now, tomorrow will be Freedom Friday. And Freedom Friday is a great day because what it does is I open up the phone lines. The phone lines, and people call up and they're able to say whatever's on their mind. They tell the world their thoughts about whatever issues that interest them. It is interactive media at its finest, done right here on the Tim Black Show. So be here tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call up and get your voice on. Also, this show is not brought to you by the DNC, the DPG, that's the dog pound, gangsters, or the RNC, all right? It's brought to you by people like you who value truth above all else, and you're willing to disagree with me if you know my intentions are just and that I mean, but I mean well, all right? So become a member of the Tim Black Wolfpack. Go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. Also, guys, we got a lot of changes down the pike. One of those changes is, the Tim Black Show will be on Roku. In fact, we already are. I was approached by the Roku people, and yes, we got a channel on there, so it's been in the works. I just don't talk about things until they happen, and guess what? It's live. So I'm going to have links, and I'll be giving you information, if you're a Roku user, how to find my channel. And so, because actually, guys, YouTube treat me like a stepchild. We'll see if Roku treats me a little bit better. And it may be better for you to watch me on Roku. All right, now. Thank you, guys, once again. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, don't let nobody take your cornbread. All right, let me do a few shout-outs before I'm out of here. Let me talk to my people. It's been a crazy, crazy show. D. Martin says, LOL, you got it, man. Okay. Google says he'll never mention it or mention an ill word about Obama. Yep. Yay, Tim, you deserve to be heard. Thank you, Jilly Love. Frederick Murphy says, really? Just no chat, though. Yeah, Roku. Yeah, Roku. Hey, Frederick Murphy, knock Mumblewick. Zanga's in the house, Jilly Love. What happened to my Facebook crew? My Facebook people have dropped out. Oh, Ginger Liberty. Thank you, Ginger. I am feeling a little bit better, guys. This is almost one more day, and it'll be a week of no cigarettes. So that's always a good thing. Right? I want to encourage anybody out there who's trying to kick nicotine. I'm only a weekend. You can jump on now, and we can do this together. Interactive quitters. And we can keep each other pumped up and motivated as we go through this. I mean, this is important. It's our health. Nothing's more important than your health, right? All right. Eli, what's up, man? Much love to you, my friend. Uli. Hey, Uli, how you doing? Steve Wolfenbrandt. And Julie Pulley and Bruce. I appreciate it. Thank you, Julie. All right, guys. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for all that you do. And until we talk again, peace. All right. Let's imagine for a moment that you really like that content. You're like, wow, that's cool stuff. I could watch more of that Tim Black stuff. All right, check this out. Go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live. That's where you become a member of Team Black. That's Tim Black's team, a.k.a. Tim Black's Wolfpack. Do it today. Support independent media. And here goes the next clip.